What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know what the deal is. You know how I get down when I come around. I am back. I'm in the building. The beat is hot. The single is fresh, no doubt. First time to the channel, stop hesitating. Subscribe button down there. Hit it for me. For your daily dose of news and commentary with a twist from your boy. It's going to change your life. Trust me on this. Today's video. But the movie theaters, they flat out in trouble. But they on life support and they about to get the plug pulled on them. Let's jump into this. All right, so as we all know, since the pandemic hit, the virus that cannot be named, it's like Voldemort now. You can't say it. Well, I say it on the YouTube because I'm a small channel right now, so ain't nobody hit me. But I like to call it the convid. Since that hit, the movie theaters took a big hit, and now they're getting another devastating blow to them as Black Widow has been postponed. Now, Black Widow is supposed to come out back in March, if I'm correct. I believe back in March. And of course, it got postponed. I believe it was going to come back out again in November. They pushed it in November. Now, it's been pushed all the way to 2021, bud. And whoo, boy, the movie theaters are already in some deep doo-doo. Now, bud, they just, they swimming in a river of shit. That's all they is. That's all they in right now. So, of course, um, Disney's confidence in movie theaters' ability to recover in 2020 is waning. And of course it should be. But they shut down. I mean, like I've said this in previous videos, man, if y'all know a movie theater that's been open, let me know. Because, but over here in North Carolina, I've got an AMC. I can walk to my AMC theater. I live that close to it. And that thing's been, the doors have been shuttered on it. Man, I've just seen the lights on the outside. I'm like, man, why y'all leaving those lights on out there? Man, you can't be running up no electric bill right now. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I'd have cut the water and everything. I don't know if anybody's been in there to clean it. Boy, you open that thing up, it's like the smell of death come out of there. It's probably got all kind of critters living in there now. Might be some homeless folks living there. Might have busted in the back. I'd be scared to walk in that joint. I don't know if y'all been in a movie theater with nobody in it. Well, that's some scary stuff straight from a scary movie. But on Wednesday, which I'm correct, I believe this was last week. Yep. So last Wednesday, the company pushed back a number of its theatrical releases, including Marvel blockbuster Black Widow. Now we know that Marvel is the king of all kings when it comes to the movie theater right now. I mean, bud, I just want you to see something right here. The biggest box office hits of all time. What we got here? Avengers Endgame, 2.7 billion. Let's see, Star Wars Force Awakens, another Disney, 2 billion. Avengers Infinity War, 2 billion. Lion King, what they make on theirs? 1.75 billion. Marvel Avengers, 1.5 billion. Age of Ultron, 1.4 billion. Black Panther, 1.3 billion. Last Jedi, 1.3 billion. So I mean, hey, bud, when they when they ain't no Disney in there, Bo, they in a world of hurt over there. I'm gonna tell you that much right now. The movie theaters, bud, they like, man, no Marvel movies, cause bud, that's been the going thing at movie theaters right here over the past, I'd say, decade. Remember how long the decade plus since Marvel's been in the movie theaters, but they've been raking it up, raking it in with both hands. So they said the decision isn't too surprising considering how lackluster ticket sales have been at domestic cinemas since the industry attempted a large-scale reopening in late August. But what were you gonna watch, man? Man, I seen something. Somebody said it was Clay Travis. He said, "Yeah, man, I went and watched it." And he a weird dude anyway with some stuff, but he just like to get out and do stuff, man. I don't know when the man sleeps. I don't think he sleeps. But he was like, yeah, we went and watched Ghostbusters in the movie theaters and went and watched the Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, Bo, I ain't watching no 30-year-old movie in no movie cinema. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't going out there to watch that in there. And you know, you go to the movie theaters to get that overall feel. You know, the movie theaters are you've got the speaker system, you got the big screen, you feel immersed in the content. But it's hard to get immersed in something that's about 40, 50-year old. Empire Strike Back. Man, the stuff, man, you can watch it at your house, bud. If you're a Star Wars guy, bud, you got that thing in a collector's edition. You know what I'm saying? So they said Still, to steal the move is a huge blow to theater operators who are relying on big budget features to coax moviegoers back to auditoriums. So that's cooked. And Bud, I ain't gonna lie to you, Bud. If they were gonna open back up, they would need to open back up with no restrictions. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the people that are going to go to it could give a doggone about the convid. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I ain't never understood. Everybody's tailoring everything to the people who are completely worried about the convid, okay? But that ain't the people that's going to be supporting you overall, because they're going to be scared to death. They're going to try to be in the house as much as possible. It's like, Bo, cater to the folks who ready to get out and about and maybe got a dollar or two. Maybe they ain't got furloughed from the job. Maybe they still got some income. Bo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got a business and you're kicking folks out because they ain't got a mask on, Bo, man, you gonna go under, man. Right now, you need to be accepting everybody who will come through the door who's willing to pay a little cash. That's all I'm saying. So of course you see right here where the shares have plummeted, and I mean that's to be expected. But already Wonder Woman 1984 was displaced from its October release, leaving more than a month-long gap between major Hollywood releases. So I mean, dang, bud, I mean that's a DC. So I mean, the original Wonder Woman that was a pretty good hit in the theaters, and so that was gonna bring. Well, I guess it was gonna bring a few folks, but I don't know, man. With restrictions and stuff, man, you just like, psh, man. I mean, for me, man, I about despise walking into a store because I'm just like, man, this is dumb, dude. Just everything about it's dumb. Folk be looking at you sideways. You try to go in without a mask. But when I go in there, I just had I and I know folks look at me like, oh, you ass. But I put my stuff on and I leave it right up under my chin beard, mouth and my nose be all the way out. So hey, I got one on, bro. So don't come up to me. Now I ain't got it on right because I'm opposed to this. I'm just letting you know how opposed I am to it. But they said, of course, without Black Widow, the next big feature won't arrive until late November, which is MGM's No Time to Die and Disney's Pixar film Soul. But I don't know if they're gonna make it there. But you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to pull those. They like, Bo, man, they ain't gonna be much going on. Now, of course, Mulan was supposed to go to the movie theater, but it never did. It actually went to Disney Plus, where you could watch the film there, but you couldn't watch the film just with your subscription. Disney gonna stick you on the side. You have to pay your subscriber fee, and then you got to pay a one-time fee of $30 to watch it. I said a 30 spot. Come on, man. You should have been doing that thing for $5 on sale. Get some more folks to watch it. So they say they initially saw a 68% increase in subscriptions, but I don't know if that was because of Mulan or not. Folks just didn't have nothing to do. They were trying to watch everything they could watch. But they spent $200 million on this film, and on this opening weekend, Mulan made 35.5 million. Now they say it was net profit for Disney because they didn't have to pay any distribution fees by hosting it on their streaming service. But you spent 200 million on this thing, and you ain't get but 35.5 million on the opening weekend. Bo, that thing's a flat out flop, man. Most of the times with these big blockbuster hits like this, man, they want that stuff to come out and pop people right in the face. You know what I'm saying? They want to get their revenue back right off the top, or not get the revenue, but get what they spend in the movie right off the top. And then the other month and a half, 2 months that it's out, nothing but profit on the back end. Well, that thing burned them up right there. And who was calling for Mulan to go back in the theaters? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But did y'all want to see Mulan again? Wasn't the cartoon enough? I mean, can somebody have an original idea now? I mean, but I know it's tough. We got a long list of movies and stuff, but dang, Bo, we just keep remaking the same old thing. That's what I'm saying. So it says right here that the audience aren't clamoring to go back to cinemas. They say that only around 22% of consumers feel comfortable returning to theaters, even with the big blockbuster titles slated. That's what I'm saying. That's why the restriction stuff, man, just throw them to the side. The state be like, hey, man, no, I ain't doing it. Because I need this whole 22% to come in and watch this movie, dude. So I can feel like I'm going to make a little bit. But when you got restrictions, Then the 22% that want to come in there, and they be like, got to go in here, all this nonsense, be spaced out, Bo. I seen somebody had a picture they took in one movie theater, Bo. There were like 5 folk in there. It was a prime time when it was like Saturday at 6 o'clock. You like, dang, 7 o'clock. You're like, dang, Bo, there's like 10 people in there. And I think it was for the movie Tenet. And that movie came out right here recently. And I was always, they had on the TV, they were like, oh man, it's the #1 movie in the world. I said, well, dang, Bo, it's the only new movie in the world. Talking about the #1 movie. And we'll see right down here with the Warner Brothers Tenet, it was expected to drive people back to cinemas, but of course it failed. Yeah, with restrictions and half of them being halfway open, of course it is. So the film garnered less than $10 million during its opening weekend and $36.1 million total since. And it opened on September 4th. The film is thriving internationally, tallying $214 million since its debut there in August. So internationally, it's done a little bit better. But Bo, I mean, you talk about in the States, you ain't getting but $10 million on the opening weekend. Man, that thing was punted, Bo. It was like, no, I'm good, bro. So of course, on top of this, Marvel pushed all their stuff back. Now they got some stuff coming out on the Disney Plus, WandaVision, Winter Soldier, but that ain't the thing that makes the big dollars. It's these blockbusters that hit the movie theaters that make the big money for them. So especially for the movie theaters, getting people in there so you can buy your $18 popcorn, your $7 hot dog, and your $12 drink. You know what I'm saying? So of course they pushed Black Widow back, they pushed Shang-Chi back, they pushed the Eternals back, so that's all being pushed back to next year. So that's gonna hurt theaters for a long time right now because they ain't got nothing good coming there for a while. And of course, Spielberg, I mean, they were redoing the West Side Story, which didn't nobody need to watch that, man. We were done with the West Side Story. I thought they trying to bring that back. I just want you to see a couple key things right here as far as AMC Theater, which is one of, I believe it's the top theater in the world if I'm correct, but they lost $561 million in one quarter, and their revenue is down nearly 100%. I'm talking about nearly 100%. I'm so 99.9. I mean, they got 0.1% in revenue. But if ain't nobody going in there and buying the popcorn and the drinks and the pizza and the pretzel sticks, Bo, they ain't gonna make it. And at AMC, Bo, they started selling straight up liquor drinks in there, Bo. You could go in there and get you a straight up liquor drink. And so, I mean, I know they were garnering a little revenue on that. So, in closing on this, Bud, hey, movie theaters, but folks that work for movie theaters, man, when they furloughed you back in March, they fired you, bud. I mean, it's that's getting decimated. But anything hospitality, entertainment wise, is getting flat out destroyed, man. And I don't know where they think these people are gonna go work at. All these people lose jobs. Where they just gonna go work at, man? We don't make nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, manufacturing jobs, we don't make a damn thing here. Everything get made in China. And I don't know if you want to pack your bags and go work out there. You're gonna have a whole lot of restrictions. They're gonna pay you about 55 cents an hour. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be living out there in a rice hut. You'd be like, dang, bud, this is tough out here. So let me know what y'all think about it, Bo. With Marvel canceling that stuff, they talking about pushing back to 2021. If I'm correct, May of 2021. Woo, boy, that's a long time. That's a drought right there. Famine is real, you know. But I don't see any rain coming anytime soon for them. But they're gonna have a dry spell. You know, it's gonna be a slow season for them. So y'all let me know what y'all think about in the comment section below. As always, like, share, subscribe, click notification bell so you know when I post in the future. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.